we are interested in. So because it is the day of the book tomorrow, we had a special activity, right? Let me start. So just for you to know a little bit more about this day, know more about this day. Today is also known as the International Day of the Book. So it's celebrated in other countries. And this event, this day is organized by one institution, which is the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, mejor conocida como la UNESCO. This is to promote reading, publishing, and copyright. The first World Book Day was celebrated in 1995, the same day, the 23rd of April, and was recognized since that day in United Kingdom, in Ireland, and then it came to Latin America and all the countries in America, okay? Let's see. Well, to read a little bit more the story of this day also is that the writer, the Spanish writer Vicente Clavel Andrés, as a way to honor the author Miguel de Cervantes, you know, the author of El Quijote, he conceived the idea to create a day for the books. And then in 1995, the UNESCO decided to set one date specifically for the day of the book. And on this day around the world, we have a lot of people buying books, selling books, reading books, etc. So let's start. Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah. World Book Day. Okay, for me, I would like to start with one of my favorite novels. You know that I like the dark side of the world, so I chose this world, The Psychoanalyst. If you know the title in Spanish, is El Psicoanalista. If you have the chance to read John Katzenbach, do it. And I like this book so much because normally I'm not a motivational reader, so I don't like that kind of book so much, but I like this kind of novels where you can actually see someone who worked in the police. The author actually worked for the FBI, and he documented the cases in novels. So this is a, you know, part fiction and part real life. So it's kind of interesting that this book is also telling you what is the natural behavior of humans when they are in their mental limits. And it's telling you a story about one psychology who has a patient in the past, and this patient want to kill the psychology, but the patient don't want to kill the psychology in a normal method as maybe one of the serial killers do. He is killing the psychology psychologically. Lo está matando psicológicamente. So at the end, the purpose of the patient is make the psychology to kill himself. And yeah, so I will read a little paragraph for you, okay? So the psychologist got a letter, and the letter said this: "Happy birthday, doctor. Welcome to the first day of your death. I belong to a moment in your past. You ruined my life. Maybe you don't know how, why, or when, but you did it. You feel all my instants of disaster and pain. You ruined my life. Now I'm decided to ruin yours. At the beginning, I thought that I should kill you to maybe do it simply. But then I realized that that is not the way I wanted to do it because it's so simple. My purpose is that you will kill yourself by your own hand, doctor. And I have decided this about this night. Very tough. If you understood completely, this patient is crazy. So I like this book a lot, yeah, to show you something different. Now, we will start with your presentations. We will start with our presentations. This is the book. It's not a huge book, I would say. It's like 500 pages, but we have like middle size letters, not very hard to read, but your mind will explode. Very cool. So let's start. Let's start with Robert. When you finish, Robert, you need to choose someone else, okay?
Okay, teacher. Okay, this is my favorite book. I don't know if you can see, but this is a short story about a ghost ship. All started when my best friend and gave me this book to read. He told me that that book is very interesting, it's amusing, but it was a short story. The author of this book is Daniel Zúñiga Rivero. This book was printed in 2013 in the workshop of Corporation of Navarrete in Peru. I don't know, I don't remember very well. I like this book because it's about a group of people to travel to another country by ship. I like the part when they are traveling, but in the middle of the night, the captain ship recognized that there is a lot of fog. He saw through the fog a ghost ship. When he saw the ghost ship, they ran out to tell the others what happened. But he dies instantly by the power of this ghost ship. After that, at the morning, the people were very happy because they thought that they had reached the country where they had intended to go, but now they arrives at a ghost island and they all died. Yes, it's an interesting story. It's a little crazy, but I like it for that reason. My best friend, he gave me this book because he knows that I like this kind of book.
Thank you so much. So at the end, everyone is dead.
Yes, because there were a lot of evil characters with yellow eyes, and they killed the people. Okay, it's a lot of crazy.
That's a good end. That's a good ending. Thank you, Robert. You choose someone else to continue.
Okay, I'm going to choose to Gaby.
Gabriela, Luz Gabriela. Come on, Luz Gabriela.
My name is Gabby. Okay. My favorite book is a little book and it's a book for kids. Well, actually, is for adults or kids or young or teenagers. Yeah. The name of my book is The Little Prince. And this was my first book that I read. And The Little Prince is the most famous novel by French reader Anthony de Saint-Exupéry. It was published in 1943 and is translated into more than 150 languages. And I like so much this book because it mentions topics such friendship, love, or the very meaning of life that give rise to many possible interpretations or give us encouragement to our ideas. In The Little Princess taught me self-esteem, companionship, love for animals, for my wishes and dreams and friendship. And I like so much three quotes, and I will read for you. The first is when you look at the sky at night, as I will live in one of them, as I will love in of them, it will be for you as if all the stars were like you. You and only you will have stars who know how to love. The second one is, I wonder if the stars lights up so that one day everyone can find their one. And the last is, and now here is my secret, a very simple secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What the essential is invincible to the eye. And I think that when I was a kid, I came to learn how to love my friends, how to love myself, and how to love each other. And for this is my favorite book. Dun, dun.
The Little Prince. Thank you, Gabby. Bravo, bravo. Okay, let's choose someone else, Gabby.
My little friend Polochito.
Okay. I haven't read a lot of books, but the last book that uh, I don't know I was reading is that Jesus the Christ. That this book was wrote for James E. Talmage, and okay, he was an apostle of the church around of 1911, and I don't know, but this book changed, or yes, changed my vision about the Jesus, not only Jesus, too, uh, about the apostles and Jerusalem and his customs or habits, his traditions, their traditions, and I don't know, but it I haven't finished to read that book, but uh, this book have a lot to give for my life and my soul. I learned something very interesting, and I I chose, okay, I looked in, okay, the that part in English in internet, and I can share my screen uh, a few minutes, but it's so interesting for me. Is when the apostles failed, when there are I don't know, demons, but they failed to sacar. But Jesus teach someone something very interesting, and I can read this. Power developed by prayer and fasting. The Savior's statement concerning the evil spirit that the apostles were unable to subdue, how by this kind God not out by prayer and fasting. Indicates gradation in the malignity and evil powers of demons, and gradation also in the results of varying degrees of faith. Okay, I learned about there are grades in the power of the evil and grades in our faith. And then we need to fortalecer. We need, I don't know, but we can fortalecer our faith, because there are many kind of spirits of the evil, and we can to prepare us for that. And that's all.
Very good. Well, that book is actually very powerful. Yeah, I would say. James Talmage. It's Talmage. You can read and read again the book, and you will never find something that make you don't learn something new again. All right, choose someone else. Our friend Fabian Pollock.
Okay, I choose Davis Quiroz.
Okay, for sure. Let me share a sound. Give me a moment only. Okay. You can listen to music now?
Can you listen to music?
Can you listen to music? Sorry, now? Okay, give me a moment for...
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Okay. Okay, everybody, I'll talk about my favorite book. This book is The 1001 Night from Abdullah Muhammad Al-Gashigar. It's a Persian book, Egyptian maybe, and this very interesting. What is this book about? It is a set of stories when there are many medieval Arabic tales of love, comedy, and legend. These stories range from stories of Princess Zuleika until Aladdin and the Magic Lamp. Because it is so interesting. First, because it explains the history of three civilizations, the Indian, the Persian, and the Egyptian. Two, the book is used in whole world and it has been adapted to be read for youngs and kids. Three, curious thing is that this book is bigger than the Bible and is one of the most influenced books of the world. Some of the main characters are the Shabir King, the Hunchback, the Black Sawab, and the Young Chinese. My favorite quote about this book is this. I can read that. Sherazade had read countless books. She knew the stories and legends of ancient kings, their peoples, their poets, saying open up. Only the well-endowed man knows how to keep a secret. Never talk about what you don't care about. Otherwise, you will hear things you don't like. I love this part because Sherazade was an intelligent girl, you know, was a princess, and this history talk about this girl Sherazade. It's very interesting. Really, I can invite you for you can read this book. The cost of this book in the let me see.
Amazon?
In the physical form is of $25, and in the net you can bring this book. You can download this book. It's very interesting. And I consider that the histories of legends, the histories of wise whispers, you know, many kings of Persian and culture Persian is very interesting. Yes, this is my favorite book. Actually, I consider that it's a little bit extensive, but you can try to read because it's very interesting. Sherazade is very beautiful too. I consider that was a beautiful girl of the Persian people. Yeah, this is my favorite book.
Thank you. Ooh, yeah. Remember that interest es interés o someone interested, alguien interesado en algo. Interesting es interesante. Interesting. This book is very interesting. Interesante. Very interest significa que el libro es interesado en algo, o si es financieramente, que es como las mujeres interesadas. Pero en inglés no se dice interest. Es un false friend. Se dice como rich, wealthy, or yeah. Solo tomen en cuenta eso. Interesting. Interesting, interesante. It's very interesting. Interesting. Repeat in your houses, everyone. Interesting. 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 Very good. Who's next, Mr. Quiros?
My friend Evelyn Camila Febres.
Evelyn, come back. Welcome
Yes. David is my assistant.
And to
Okay.
learn culture.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, you can start, Evelyn.
Okay, you can play. No se escucha. Ah, I'm down here. The music.
See.
The music, the moment. Oh, that's a good one. George Orwell.
No.
Yeah, I can hear the sound of this presentation.
Ah.
Video.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, you can try.
Okay. My favorite book, it's a novel, is Animal Farm or Rebelión en la Granja. Is by the English novelist George Orwell. Orwell was a writer and journalist. This book was published in 1945, and the novel is about the farm and its owners and how the animals take over the farm. And it is all start when the animals, all the chickens, pigs, dogs, horse, donkeys, and other animals get angry with Mr. Jones because of his bad treatment, and because for them the man is the only pain that consumes without producing. And the oldest pig of the farm, old Mayor, was his name, met with all the animals and spoke out about the injustice on the farm and call of the rebellion. But he gave instruction that they had to follow. He made it clear the animals are equal and friends and that the men are enemies. A few days later, old Mayor died. Snowball, Squalor, and Napoleon was left in charge. They took over the farm and totally destroyed the Owen and all the humans inside the farm. They began the work of the farm to provide for themselves, but there began to be differences and privileges among them. One day, Mr. Jones returned with more people to take back his property, but all the animals thought back. There were injuries and death, but they managed to get their enemies out of their new human-free home. Snowball proposed to build a mill in order to have a better production, when Napoleon did not want to work, especially out the special snow, making everyone turn against him. And Napoleon began to do business with other farms and started to force the other animals to work even harder. He becomes powerful and tyrannical. Over time, the farm grows, and Napoleon had modified of the law that had been proposed from the beginning, and these modifications were for his convenience. But Napoleon becomes a pig with human action, such as drinking alcohol, walking on two legs, I don't know how to say manipulation. Manipulated.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything they had thought for and hated. This book was published during the Second War and was very questioned because Orwell made a comparison with the time of the Communist Revolution and the Soviet Union, telling the world how Stalin and rise to power. In this case, Napoleon could be Stanley, and how the power was only beneficial for him, manipulating, modifying everything, leaving many in misery and even leaving them that. And it's very interesting and was one of those that I really like it. And I don't know, I can read again and again because it's very interesting, that book.
Very good. Woo, 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 yay, 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 yay. Thank you. Amazing presentation. Ready to upload to TikTok. Listo para subirlo al TikTok. Very good. Who's next? Kamaila.
Maybe Brian.
Brian Salinas, mi libro.
Es que yo
Book of
sabía.
Trust? No?
No. But next time, I promise. Yeah, Dross book. Well, I think I'm not gonna take 5 minutes, but I'm gonna talk about this book. It's in Portuguese, but well, this book is a technical book and was wrote by Bruno Fraga. Bruno Fraga is a teacher and an ethical hacker. So this book teaches how to be protected from hackers in the world internet. Not only in the world internet, not only internet, but in our own networks, because it's pretty easy nowadays to crack passwords, you know. So this book teaches all things about to be protected and how can we do those attacks to another person and company. I like the beginning of the book that says, it's in Portuguese, but I'm gonna translate. Information is understood as any content of or data that has value for a person or a company. And it's so important because nowadays our data and companies' data is data. Sorry, it's, how can I explain? It's like the new gold of this new era, and it's so important to be protected. And now, how those attacks works against us and against any company. Yeah, this book talks about network attacks, pen testing, that is website attacks, and yeah, it's kind of complex, but it's really fun, you know. And yeah, these books also teach us of how can we configure or router or modem to be protected. It's easy, but in the same time, many persons,
Many people?
many people doesn't know how to do this. So for that reason, there are many hackers in the world that every day are doing attacks. So it's important to know those things. And yeah, this is my book, my presentation.
Very good. And can you read Portuguese? Since when you speak Portuguese, Brian? How many years?
1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
And is it difficult to learn it? Maybe if you live there, it's not that difficult to get along with Portuguese, or is it difficult?
No, it's not difficult. It's kind of easy, yeah, because it's so similar to Spanish, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
I have heard that you just need to add like iño or sound, como Brian, Brian Niño, right? Alan Niño, and people will
no,
understood.
if it's for little things, sometimes you can add that, like or I forgot how can I say apellido? ¿Cómo se dice apellido?
Last name.
Last name, yeah.
What
There
happened,
are
Brian?
many last names, like Ronaldinho, you know, Ronaldinho, Robinho. But normally it's used to talk about little things. Yeah, Iño, Iño. Let's see. David, to you. We can't hear you, teacher.
Yeah.
Give it to you, to him, to me, to her, to everyone.
It's my turn. Yeah. My favorite book is the Lord of the Rings. And in special of the trilogy is the Two Towers. Is my favorite book. This is the Tolkien. Tolkien. I like mystical histories, science, science fiction, and the Two Towers. I am like it, and like because it's little funny. It's two parts in the history. It's little funny. Um, right. This is ends. It's 3 months. Um, in this part, the history, the ends tell Frodo that this is extinction damage because they love the women because some are tree in the forest. I don't a woman. It's a little cheap funny. The other part is when Frodo is with a sub because I am dislike a sub, but the woman is the little woman I see the Frodo, but she's making a sub, but uh, I don't like it. But he's eat that soup because he's one he's love she um my uncle I tell me uh to my uncle told uh she's married with a brother because his brother is guapo, no sé cómo se dice, guapo man. Yeah, this is part funny in the two towers. I like the history, but I don't end in the story. I am like more fight, fight or fight in among um, orcos and hobbits. Um, your microphone.
Hello. I was saying very good job. Thank you, thank you. The Lord of the Rings. So who's next, Mr. To you?
Nelsis.
Nelsis Cassiani de Robinson también, ¿no? Oh. Nelsis, Nelsis.
I do not have a favorite book because I like any book. Actually, I read this book. Why the man did before. The authority who wrote this book is Marianne Legato. She and in this book she gives good strategies for the men to live longer.
To live what, sorry?
What?
Strategies to live the...
Strategies to live longer. Because
to live longer, okay.
Live longer, she has noticed that the men live less than women because they are more vulnerable than the woman.
Vulnerable.
Yes, because the man is it's not easy for them to express emotions, and the woman is easy for expressing emotion. They are vulnerable, physical, biology, físicamente,
Physically?
Biológicamente vulnerable. Vulnerable. de favorite, bueno, no favorite, I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Narcis. Very good. That's actually a book that I would like to read. I would like to live longer. Well, a little bit, right? A few years more than the average. That's a good book. I like books about psychology, but you know, there is a limit for me for this kind of positive books, for self-help that I don't like. Estos libros de autoayuda, que sí, hazte millonario en 3 meses, cosas así. I don't truly believe that. But I love the self-help, which is kind of psychologically related to psychology or related to philosophy. I like philosophy a lot. Or for example, these kind of books that Brian said about hackers, that is something that really helps you. And without anything like, for example, this thing that, yes, you need to write 10 things daily to say thank you to the world and then your life will change. I don't think that. I don't believe that. Come as a skeptic. Like, yes, you need to say, that's the secret, law of attraction. You need to say every day, I am positive, I am prosperity, the prosperity is inside of my heart. Oh Lord. No, no, no. I don't believe that. But
No, this book is not for psychology, it's for biology,
for biology,
and
yeah, I like more than
and
scientific.
study científicos, estudios científicos.
What are you
And
studying in college, Nelsis?
what?
What are you studying in college?
Biology.
Oh, all right. Charles Darwin and all that stuff, yeah.
Yes, and my favorite.
Oh, yeah. The origin of the species. That's great. Thank you so much. Who's next, Nelsis? Who's next?
Joseph.
Joseph, my friend, Joseph Low Shady. You know, you see Joseph that he's a humble guy. He's a very a charismatic boy, but he has 3 killers in his house, Rottweiler killers. Yeah, take care of stealing something of his house because tiene perros bravos, huh? Very good, Joseph. Go ahead with your book.
Okay, the name is Coquito.
Okay.
Okay, the author is Everardo Zapata Santillana. What do you like to the book? Because I love that book because I learned to read and speak with I was children, no, was boy or ¿cómo sería? Niño? Sí, boy, ¿no? Boy.
Boy.
Yes,
Boy.
boy. The region favorite quit is ¿cómo es? Trabalengua, ¿cómo se dice? Tongue twister. Say, tristes tigres, tigres comen trigo en un trigal, tanto trigo tragan que los 3 tigres dragones que con el trigo se atragan. What is funny for me? Some go confused reading this tongue twisted. Something extra, and the teacher said you solve the page example 1 until 30 page is it was very much for me. uh, so in my house I wanted to play with the friends, but I have to resolve the homework. But I could the page, the 2 and 25 page. I saw uh, only 5 page, but I want to play with the friends.
Coquito. Okay. Bravo, bravo. Every book is important. Coquito. In Guatemala, there is a book that we call El Barbuchín. Do you know El Barbuchín, Eduardo? Tania, El Barbuchín, Emerson?
Yes, teacher.
El Barbuchín is like Coquito. Very famous. Who's next, Joseph?
¿Quién falta, teacher? I don't know.
Emerson, Tania, Claudia, Gaby. No, Gaby no. Christian, Elaman, Miguel, Fabián. No, right? No, Fabián already. And Eduardo.
¿Dijo Claudia? ¿Sí, no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Claudia.
Coquito. That's the new nickname for Joseph. Coquito. Claudia, are you there? Did you came back from bathroom or not yet? I'm going to the bathroom, teacher, y fue a hacer las
teacher?
margaritas.
No.
All right, it's your turn. Take your time.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, teacher, my connection is not good. Can you? Okay, sorry. My favorite book is this. I like this book because it's very funny. It's very interesting. It's good about Naruto. Uh, the author is or artist is Masashi Kimisoto. Uh, he was born in 1974 in rural Okayama Prefecture, Japan. After spending time in art college, he won his top Steve Award for new manga artist with his manga Karakuri. Sorry. Kishimoto decided to base his next story on traditional Japanese culture. I like this book because for me it's really funny. It's a magazine because the book is great. I like how it begins, what it talk about, because about the life of ninjas. And a special one, his name is Naruto, about his life and how he prepares to be a ninja, and everything what he does about it. My favorite part this book is this part. Can you see? No? I'm sorry. my favorite part is this. I read for you. Okay. In dreams do come true. If I'm dreaming, don't wake me. What? Sakura. I had to know. Yes? What do you think of Naruto? That's probably what Naruto would say. Um, is you Sasuke? He ruins everything he enjoyed tormenting me. If he had his way, it never find love or happiness. In fact, the one person whose opinion I value, the only one I really want to be close to. Naruto doesn't understand me at all. I can't stand to have him anywhere near me. And the second page said, and desperate, the only one I really want to be close to, only you. It's really funny for me this part, because I had a crush on you. Into almost anything to win your attention, your respect. Um, for me, that this part is really funny because she pretended to be him. Um, because when I stay in this moment, when you like someone, at some point it usually happens. Um, for me, this book is really funny, and in this part is so really funny.
Is that the yaoi version or the normal version?
I think it's a normal version.
Okay, okay. Don't read yaoi. Well,
I don't know. Sorry, teacher.
okay. So very good. Actually, manga is comics from Japan, and it's very good literature for those who are more visual, right? Yeah, I would always love to see comics or something like that, but there is a lot of them, and I don't know where to start. The same as manga. Here in Guatemala, it's kind of expensive to buy a book of manga. It costs like $25, $30, or a collection of mangas. Careful. So, okay. Thank you, Claudia. Who's next?
Miguel.
Sure.
Michael, the book of Bukele? No?
No. No. Well, I don't have a favorite book, but there is one that I like. And the name of book is The Divine Comedy. And written by Dante Alighieri. The book has approximately 600 pages. I like the book because it is full of historical character, a lot of symbolism, and it is made a reference to the time when it was written. The book is divided into three parts, which are hell, purgatory, and paradise. In the book, Dante is accompanied by three guides. Virgil, who represents human reason and who guides him for all of Inferno, and most of Purgatory. Beatrice, who represent divine revelation theology, faith, and grace. Building in at the end of purgatory, and for mass of paradise. And Saint Bernard, who represents contemplative, mysticism, and devotion to Mary the Mother, building him in the final cantos of Paradise. Eric Auerbach said Dante was the first writer, the big human beings as the product of a specific time, place, and circumstance. I don't have a favorite part, but I have some phrases that I like, which are the following. I have three sentences. The first sentence is keep the firmness of the tower, the staff does not tremble neither by storms nor by one wind. The second sentence is a mighty fire is only the continuation of a small spark. And the last sentence is he who listens well takes note. The first sentence have symbolize, but the last one is a quiet, clear. I like the last sentence a lot because if we really want to learn, we have to take note and be very attentive to what we hear. The story for moments is very rare, but is interesting. And the book is on the internet and it's all in bookstore. I haven't read many books in my life, and I don't think what is said in the book is true either. But it's a fantastic and interesting story.
Pretty interesting. Very good, very good. Thank you. So, Miguel, who's next?
Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Okay, teacher. My favorite book from in my childhood is Barbuchin. Yeah, by Daniel Armas. The talk about the book is very interesting because explained the human values with many drawings. Is the book is the most popular in my country, and they use it for the children and the first and second grade on all in elementary school. The author Daniel Armas is from Quetzaltenango. I was approximately I was writing approximately the book in 1914 years. The book contains a short story and different situation. The most important, the book is learning the human values with drawings. I don't remember exactly contain 48 or 49 chapters on short story. And it's very important of the children because they use in elementary school at learning with many drownings. Mm, is I'm sorry, um, el, the, I'm sorry, uh, and the book describes a person very special um, mm, and for the children. Um, mm, only that picture.
Puccini is a legend here in Guatemala.
Yeah.
Very good. They still use it, you see? They still use it, Barbuccini.
Yeah.
Barbuccini, yeah. And you know that the author, family author, is not millionaire. Es más millonaria la que inventó la cajita feliz.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Eduardo. I remember when I was in elementary school on Sunday, my teacher told me that resenga meant they will come at me. Yeah, Naruto is from the devil, the same as Dragon Ball. Don't watch that stuff. Okay. So, who's next, Eduardo?
Christian. Christian, ya. No. Tania.
Yo puedo, no sé todavía.
Okay.
Ready, Christian? ¿Otro coquito? No, coquito, tú? What is it? Oh no, you are GoPro. Yeah, you had the Eric Words book. Yeah, powerful. I have it. I have it.
It's similar in a book GoPro. Yeah. Okay. Just teacher. Excuse me. Yeah. The questions. Okay. Hello. In this moment, I go to presentation for my book. Is similar. The book the financial intelligence. GoPro is another. The book is your title topic is large. Oh, okay. Is the okay money flow quadrant. Money flow quadrant is a book your name it was a script reading for Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, is good. Is one of best my mentors in financial intelligence. Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, the question for for us for this. Excuse me. Why do you like the book? Okay, I like the book for uh, allow me help anyone in my family, help in my family, or to have more financial intelligence for me, for my family too. Yeah, I like book like this. Yeah, it's good for me. Read your favorite quote. Okay, it's good. According to Robert Kiyosaki, there are four mindsets that translate into ways to earn money. And these four forms, four are described in a chart in the form of a Cartesian with four quadrants. Employed with the letter E, self-employed, and the letter A, business owner, businessman, business owner, with the letter D, and the four quadrant, the quadrant 4 is investor, investor for intelligent investor is good, with the letter I. All people are necessarily in one of these four quadrants. Yeah, is good for us, for everyone in the world, that we have to administer very good our money, our life, our goals, is good. For this time, for this cycle and time period, is necessary to learn about the money, about the technology, and it is advanced in this time. It's good to learn the books like this, the financial intelligence. Yeah, yeah, and the Robert Kiyosaki, one of them, Eric Work, another, and Clark Jürgen Clark,
Clark.
yeah,
Yes, that's the
Jürgen Clark.
neuroscience.
Yeah, it's good. For